your relationship with Craig is a fairy tale. And like the fact that you two didn't see each other for 30 years and then ended up back together, like just talk about that, because I'll say, like, even in my case, like my high school sweetheart, we went 20 years without seeing each other, and then we just, I mean, of course we had Facebook and all of that to where we could still be in contact with each other. um we reconnected, hung out several times, but realized that the nostalgia effect wore off and it wasn't the same, but we still have love for each other as friends or just being a significant part of each other's past. But there wasn't a future there. Like,
Uh-huh.
how
Yeah.
did, yeah, how did you realize that this is the past, present, and the future?
When I saw him again, when I reconnected with him, I did ask myself those questions. I immediately called my brother, who he had been my brother's guitar teacher. Called my brother and I said, "Oh my God, I found Craig Ingraham." And he's like, "Well, you're not going to see him, right? Because you're married." And I'm like, "You're right. I'm not going to see him." And that lasted about 10 days. But honestly, it was like something just leapt in my heart when I found out he was in the neighborhood. And, friend of a friend said, "Oh, there's only one guy I would recommend for my son's guitar teacher, Craig Ingram." And I'm, oh my God. I was just, I was ecstatic. It was like a volcano had erupted. I hadn't even seen him yet. I had kept his engagement ring. We had gotten engaged for a short period of time. I had kept that in my jewelry box, never put it on. I had always thought about him. I wonder where he is and all of that. I married, and even my husband and I, we admitted, well, I went into therapy at that point. I went into therapy. And I was seeing a therapist like once or twice a week, trying to, I was asking myself the question, am I just trying to relive my past? Am I going through a midlife crisis? Am I trying to relive my teens, my 20s or whatever? But it was undeniable, the love that we had. And interestingly, Craig, or Michael in the book, had never gotten married, never had children, and always talked about me to all his friends. The regret that he had not been a better person, and the losing me was the biggest regret of his life. So when we got back together again, I saw that he had grown up. That was the reason I broke up with him.